Hi everyone, Lisa Espinosa here, spiritual career coach, author, and host of the podcast Soul Studio for Your Career. I am so happy to be here to invite you to a special offering I'm having this week, July 30th, 2020. This is the Priestess Power Meditation class, and I wanted to share with you a little more details about what this class entails. So if you're new to my work, welcome. It is such a joy to connect with you. The focus of what I do is to help my clients, my students, and really anybody who's drawn to my work to tap into their soul's wisdom, their soul's guidance, and share their unique soul's medicine through their career. This is what I do, right? And everything that I do is you all have a unique soul's medicine. Think about that. It's like a fingerprint, right? That nobody else has. Even if your job description is exactly the same as the person next to you, nobody else can share it the way you do. And that is true for everyone. And what's going to heal our planet is for all of us to keep saying yes, to keep living at the edge of our vulnerability, and keep saying yes to our soul's invitation to share more of our medicine, to heal more within and share more of our medicine through our career and through your life, through your presence. So the second book I'm writing, so this is a book I'm currently writing, is called Birthing the Priestess Within. And this is all about stepping into the priestess path, about answering that call to the priestess path. And I know many of you who are watching this have probably heard me talk about this several times, but I'll repeat it here for in case you forgot, or for those of you who are new. I wasn't looking to write a book about being a priestess. When this came through a lot of experiences I was having, and specifically in a meditation I was doing during a time when there was a lot of struggle in my life, and I was just really worried about one of my daughters. And I was there kind of in this place of surrender and prayer, and that beautiful word, priestess, came. And I was kind of like, it was so surprising because I was in a completely different space. I wasn't thinking about being a priestess or asking any question about it, but it came. And I write about this more in my book. And that was kind of like the beginning of me consciously understanding, oh, I've been on a priestess path. Now, of course, I had a lot of resistance to that word. It sounded so like too much, right? It would sound like too much. But as I've been sitting with that word for the last few years, as I'm writing this book, I came to understand that the priestess path is that of saying yes to being a channel of unconditional love. Like at its core, that's what it is. The true essence of being a priestess is that we are saying yes to being a channel of unconditional love for yourself first and then for the world. And I will talk about that a little bit more, but I want you to hear that saying yes. And it's not just a yes you say one time. It's a yes you say over and over and over. Like every day you keep saying yes, because of course we're human. Does this mean that I'm unconditionally loving all the time? Oh my gosh, absolutely not. No. But I'm committed to practicing that. I'm committing to continuing to say yes to my own divine self, inviting me to that noble mission, because I know that that is what is going to heal the world. That's the only thing that's going to heal the world. And when I say that you channel it to yourself first, is from that understanding that really the needs of the world are so big, we can only access the divine solutions, the miraculous healings, the divine new paradigms, the creative just creations that are needed. We can only access that if we are in this constant state of receiving love from the divine. It's not sustainable any other way. And right now with the divine God, Goddess, Creatrix, whatever you call source, needs is people, priestesses, who will have the sustained, consistent energy to keep following through. That it won't be this like, oh, I'm super excited, I'm gonna do all this, and I'm burned out. I've got to like pull away for months or years now. We've all been there. This is about being sustainable, having that sustainable energy, which is why The priestess path, first and foremost, is you're learning how to be in that receptive place with your divine self, with the divine. So this offering, this Thursday, the 30th, is an hour. And in that place, I'm going to be guiding you through inner journeys and meditations so that you can deepen your remembering of your priestess path, so that you can deepen your remembering of what is my role? Who am I here to lead? What am I here to share? How is my priestess medicine supposed to serve me and the world? Have I been a priestess in another lifetime? Yes, probably yes. And what do I need to remember from those lifetimes? So a lot of that is going to be that remembering process, a lot of the inner journeys. It's also going to be, I'll be channeling Reiki for you to heal blocks, resistance, trauma, wounding, anything that you have that can be blocking you from fully stepping into your priestess path, from fully showing up in your full authentic self. Because as I said earlier, nobody has your soul's medicine. If you don't fully share your medicine, nobody else will. The world will just miss out on that. So there will be Reiki. There will also be a remembering of gifts and talents and, deepening of your intuition so that you can walk through this world, which right now is going through a great transition. There's a lot in the collective, right? There's a lot of energy of heaviness and pain and panic and fear and judgment and all of those things. And it's understandable that there's so much in the collective. And as highly sensitive people, which is one of our gifts as priestesses, it's so important for us to strengthen our energy body, to remember, because this is one of those inner knowings that priestesses have. How do I walk in the world? How can I be compassionate and have an open heart? How can I stretch my ability to have compassion for myself and others, to go beyond my comfort level of compassion? How do I do that? Because that is what the divine is asking. This doesn't mean we don't have discernment. This doesn't mean that we just say everything's okay. That's not what this is about. But it is the truth that the only way the divine can use us is when we're connected to our heart. Whenever we are in judgment, no matter how justified it feels, we're blocking the divine. And that is my number one motivator for healing any judgment I carry of myself and others. Even when it feels like I'm totally justified. Like, of course, that it makes sense that I would be judging that person or those group of people. My ego is saying. But my priestess medicine reminds me, wait, when I'm in that energy of judgment, I've suddenly closed myself from the divine pouring through me. And it's a practice. It's a practice. We say yes to the priestess path over and over and over. It's like you take this vow to say, yes, divine, use me. Use me. And we know that when the divine is using us, we are blessed. This isn't the old religious paradigm of being a martyr. This is use me, and I know that I'm being blessed as you're using me. And I know that there's going to be many days when I don't feel like it, but I am committed to continue to say, yes, lead me. So on Thursday, like I said, there will be inner journeys for you to remember who you are, why you're here. There will be Reiki to clear blocks to stepping into your priestess path, and also an enhancement of your energy center so you can remember your intuitive gifts and talents. Some of them you might already remember, but so they can be heightened. We're in the second half of 2020. There's a lot to come. There's a lot unfolding. We need to have all of our tools awakened. And then of course there'll be channeled messages. That channeling is not something just for special people. I just want you to know that. And I for so long I resisted using that word because I think there's a lot of baggage around that word. So when I'm saying I'm channeling the Divine Mother, I'm channeling the divine or other ascended masters, it doesn't make me special. I'm not like a special person. It's just practice. It's just committing. It's just continuing to say, yes, use me. Yes, speak through me. Yes, bless through me. Yes, love through me. So I want you to know that, because as priestesses, we're all called to channel, not just channel unconditional love, but channel words from the divine. And of course, in the end, we are the divine, right? So we are all one. We are one. So I would love to see you. I would love for you to join me. This offering will be recorded, so if you can't attend live, you'll still receive the replay. And if you attend live, you will receive the replay as well, so that you can keep receiving the benefits. I'm not sure moving forward if I will continue to offer the replays, but for the first one I am. And I'll just be sharing, as the year unfolds, I'm continuing with that prayer of use me, divine, right? And so as we come to the end of this transmission, I just want to I was really guided to pull a card. So I brought you, those of you who know me know how much I love oracle cards. So I was really guided to pick the Lightworker Oracle, because Lightworker is kind of another word for priestess, right? That we're here working with the light, working to bring the light to the darkest places. And so here we are. And of course, that begins within, right? That begins within. This is an inside job. So let's see, what is the card here? This is the Lightworker's Oracle by Alana Fairchild. Okay, so here's the booklet, so in case you're wondering. Perfect. Divine talents. And look at this. This beautiful angel is playing a flute. So I'm going to read a little bit from this book. Divine talents. You are a talented soul. Over many lifetimes, you have developed your spiritual abilities to channel higher awareness, attract healing energy, and radiate light to uplift the consciousness of those around you. Your divine talents are many and uniquely expressed through you. Your talents do not have to resemble those of another to have their own inestimable value. Do not be afraid to use them. Oh my gosh, so perfect. Let me see what else. There's on here. I'll just read this sentence here. This stood out to me. This oracle comes to you with a message. You have spiritual talents, some of which have been developed in other lifetimes and will simply and suddenly spring back to life as if from out of the blue this lifetime. Others need a little more attention, patience, and effort to be brought to life in the world. All right, my dears. So to me, this is like validation of how this class is going to be about, first of all, you accepting and understanding how valuable your talents and gifts are. Things that you probably downplay because you don't realize that they're not that easy for everyone else. I know that for the longest time I would do that. I just thought everybody did this and that. And then realizing like, oh, this is one of my gifts and talents. And also that together when we gather in a community of kindred spirits, our ability to awaken these talents, clear the blocks, is heightened. All right, look at that. Thank you, everyone. And you can register, I should say that. Well, if you receive my newsletter, you are getting that. My Facebook page is Lisa ESP23. You can go to the events page and find it there. You can also go to my website, lisaespinosa.net. Go to the events tab there and you will find it there, and you can register there as well. And, or, feel free to message me directly. All right, bye, everyone. I would love to see you on Thursday. And, more than anything, whether you join me on Thursday or not, remember that you have a unique medicine. I don't just say that as a tagline, like you really do. The world needs it. There's no more time to say, oh, when my kids are older, or when my house is paid off, or where I'm super healthy, or when I lose weight, or on and on and on, or when the pandemic is over. Now is the time. Say yes, and you will be led step by step to share your beautiful medicine with the world. Bye, everyone. See ya.